Welcome back to the channel. Today we are exploring Port Sanilac, Michigan, a small beach village on the Sunrise Coast of Michigan's Thumb. We're about 11 miles north of Lexington or 30 miles north of Port Huron. Sanilac is probably best known for its harbor built on the southern shores of Lake Huron. Port Sanilac is also the intersection between M25 and M46, which is right here at the blinking red light. We're on M25, but M46 goes all the way over towards I-69 and beyond. As you drive through Port Sanilac, you see many little different restaurants and bars. We'll take a look at those in a little bit. Not unlike Lexington, it has one basic grocery store combined with a gas station. Heading back on M25, we are going to make a turn to the east and check out the Port Sanilac Harbor area. You will notice consignment shops, smaller art studios, a closed-up dive shop, which I believe is completely closed now. It was part-time for many years. And then as we get closer to the water, you'll see a full-service marina. Port Sanilac Marina is a full-service marina, and they are one of the few in this area that caters to sailboats. Sanilac Harbor is directly in front of us and is the public dockage area run by the Michigan DNR and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Off to the right would be Port Sanilac Marina, which is the private business that is a full-service marina that pretty much caters to sailboats as well as power boats, but they offer winter storage, repairs, and sales. This bike is my mode of transportation for today. Sanilac Harbor was built in 1951 and is considered a harbor of refuge. It also is a public dockage area for seasonal as well as transient boaters. If you're wondering how I knew the harbor was built in 1951, this sign pretty much tells that story. Now we'll take a little walk out on the pier and see what some of the boats look like that are moored here today. As you will see, this harbor can accommodate some very large pleasure craft. At the very north end of the pier, we see the gas dock. Interestingly, diesel was less than regular, but the regular was 90 octane rec fuel, which obviously drives the cost up quite a bit. The weather today was perfect for a little ride and some exploration. Next, we'll kind of take a look at the harbor master's office. This office was relatively newly built, and as you can see, it has some nice amenities. There's clean bathrooms on each side, a harbor master's office, and a small lounge with a kitchenette for boaters who use the harbor. the DNR boat ramp and see what that looks like. There was a ranger in the entrance booth just checking to make sure I had my Michigan State Parks Pass. As long as you have that pass on your license plate, you can access all of the state recreational facilities for free. If you didn't have it, you'd have to buy one to come in here. They're not expensive by any means, but when you put one on every motorcycle and car you have, it does add up a little bit. I probably spend $100 a year in state park passes, but we use them quite a bit. As you can see, this is a large facility. There is ample parking for all kinds of boat trailers and trucks. Must be able to put 100 trailers in this area and not be overfull. Take a few minutes now to walk out on the breakwater and get some drone shots from over top of the harbor and city. As you can see, there's easily room for at least 4 boaters to be launching and retrieving at the same time here. This harbor's a little interesting in how it's constructed too. It is all steel wall, kind of done in round sections and then cemented. It looks pretty darn permanent, and it's looked like this my whole life, so I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. It is interesting, they don't want you swimming off of this out here. There are ladders in case you fall in, but clearly they discourage the swimming. This tower and light marks the entrance to the harbor. Might be pretty important at night or in poor conditions. As you can see from the drone, the harbor has clear Lake Huron water in it. It's refreshing compared to Black River that flows through Port Huron, where our primary marinas are. Port Sanilac is a small village. This view pretty much gives you the entire business district in one picture. It's kind of a four corners town, but it has a lot to offer if you're into having fun around the water. Port Sanilac would make an excellent day trip from the Detroit metro area. You'd be about an hour and 20 minutes from home, and the world here is entirely different. Look at that crystal clear blue Lake Huron water. It reminds me of traveling to the Caribbean. It is just gorgeous. It's interesting, in this scene, we're seeing quite a bit of traffic flowing through M25, but honestly, once you get north of Port Sanilac, you can go for miles before you see another car. Michigan's Thumb Coast is absolutely beautiful, but it is sparsely populated. You won't see much of anything between here and Harbor Beach. This view shows the boat ramp at the top right area of the screen. Again, it's a huge parking area. let's not forget Port Sanilac Lighthouse. It was built in 1886. It originally burned kerosene but was electrified in 1929. It's now a private residence, but the light remains an active aid for navigation. Year-round walkable grounds outside the fenced area are available, and tours are available inside for the summertime. There are plenty of vacation rentals available in the area, but not much in terms of any kind of a chain hotel or motel. From the Lighthouse area, you can also access the southerly breakwater of the harbor. Sanilac Marina is more than just a marina. It offers upscale dining on the waterfront above the ice cream and pizza stand. The Sail Inn has 10 guest rooms over 2 buildings that overlook the harbor. And right down on the main floor, On Water Pizza and Ice Cream Company. They are known to have incredible pizza and ice cream, as well as beer. Look at the boat launch area. We see the Port Sanilac fish cleaning station. This is a beautiful public area to clean your catch. Good grinder, clean surfaces. This is a real community asset for fishermen. Taking a closer look at Port Sanilac Marina, we'll see some of the amenities that they offer, including the ice cream, pizza, and beer. The fine dining restaurant is the second story, and then there's also a ship store that would be to the left of the screen. Port Sanilac also offers music in the park, similar to Lexington. Marine store has a variety of accessories, cleaning products, as well as apparel. And the apparel looked pretty interesting. I almost bought a shirt while I was in there. We'll turn this next corner and take a little closer look at the Port Sanilac Lighthouse. Keep in mind, being a private residence, we are not going to have an opportunity to get real close. This parking area would also be your access to the south breakwater of the harbor. This sign gives you a little history of that Port Sanilac light station. Port Sanilac is a Michigan beach village, and it is loaded with cute little waterfront homes as well as non-waterfront that are all very well maintained and nicely kept. Take a little closer look at the small downtown area. One of my favorite stops is called the Allie Bar. This place is extremely eclectic, and it's very interesting. There's just tons of eye candy if you're stopping here for a cold one. They do offer draft beer, but it is pretty limited in terms of what your choices are. Isn't this place super interesting? Just eye candy everywhere. When was the last time you saw an actual phone booth? Take a look at that. Tell me in the comments when you saw your last phone booth. Looks like this is the place to get an Airbnb. The Blue Water Sports Bar and Grill is a much more typical bar. They have a much wider selection of draft beer, and it's really pretty inviting inside. And they also have quite a bit of outdoor seating. There's a couple cute little art studios on Main Street. Main Street being the road that runs directly into the harbor and is actually part of M46. There's even a small putt-putt golf course for the kids. If you like ice cream and treats, Port Sanilac is a perfect stop for you. As we start pulling out of town, you'll see a second gas station with a party store. And then on the same side of the street, which would be the right side, we're going to come across the Stone Lodge. Stone Lodge is probably my favorite restaurant and bar in the Port Sanilac area. Really enjoy riding a motorcycle up here for a burger and a beer. Just a fun spot. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And we hope that you too one day will make it to Port Sanilac.